All right, guys. Hold on. All right, that should be better. Better audio. What is up, guys? Weird day, man. Weird day. Big Loft says create a space. Don't have time for it, man. Just have time for a quick 15 to 20-minute stream. But guys, we are an absolute embarrassment. Now, as much as I would like to sit here and celebrate that Baalke has been fired, because yes, it's a good day in that sense, but the process in which it comes is just one of the worst I've ever seen. Shad Khan has absolutely no pulse on the NFL and the Jaguars and the fan base and what everybody's and what's going on inside the building, what people are saying outside the building. He has no idea what is going on here. And when Trent Baalke got retained after Doug Peterson got fired, everybody said this is not the right thing to do. And the only person that did not know it was right to do was was Shad Khan. Shad Khan was the only person that was out of the loop on the fact that, hey, he's got a horrible reputation around the league and nobody's going to want to take this job. And what's happened in the process? Ben Johnson 2 days ago got scooped up by the Chicago Bears, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I use what Greg Huntington said. Greg Huntington, former Jaguars, friends with Mark Brunell, and Mark Brunell told Greg Huntington that Ben Johnson wanted the Jaguars job. But at the end of the day, it was clear that Shad Khan and the crew were not willing to make things happen. I think at the end of the day, I think the Bears just wanted him way more. I mean, you saw the Bears after the Lions lost their playoff game. They got in an interview with Eddie George and essentially filled the Rooney Rule thing and then hired him immediately. They hired Ben Johnson the same day they interviewed Eddie George for the head coach position. So he's off the board. Then it's like, okay, 1A, 1A, 1B. 1A is Ben Johnson, but Liam Cohen is a pretty good 1B. Something happened today where all of a sudden he did not want the Jaguars job, and then all of a sudden, boom, he went and signed with the Buccaneers again as an offensive coordinator. This guy literally chose an offensive coordinator position over a head coaching position. That does not happen very often. And especially in a place where there's only 32 head coach jobs. Most of them never get open. There might be 5, 6, or 7 head coach openings per year, and you never know what's going to happen. But now look at us. Now it took this to happen, and then all of a sudden today, Trent Baalke's fired. And right now, Shad Khan's talking about how there's an interim coach and Ethan Waugh that's going to serve as GM. I don't know if there's necessarily but he's got to be gone. And finally we clean house, and it's just, he looks like such an idiot now when you go back 2 weeks ago to that press conference with Doug Peterson, acting clueless that somehow Trent Baalke would, cause them not to get a job. And look, now, as much as I like to celebrate, Ben Johnson is gone. Liam Cohen is gone. You know what I mean? Even GMs, Mike Borgonzi, the guy that the Titans got for GM, he's been one of the top GM prospects forever. So now I don't know where we're at with this head coaching search. It's just, we have no urgency. We have no direction. It feels so much like me and you care more about wins and losses than Shad Khan does. You know what I mean? And that's a shame, because the Jaguars are such a big part of all of our lives. But when you look at it, Shad Khan, or the Jaguars, are probably such a little part of Shad Khan's life. It's just one of his investments. We are essentially a real estate property to him that's just gathering up money, and he just comes in every once in a while, like right now, and has to do some leadership stuff. And right now he has failed. He failed this offseason. He failed a couple offseason when, Doug Peterson came in, where Doug Peterson, this is the only job he was offered. And at the time, yeah, good hire. I'm not going to get mad at that hire, but it's caused him to lead a blind eye, and it's just, it's insane. Jacob says, stop complaining, UCF. Let's celebrate. We're finally free. Look, I would love to celebrate Trent Baalke being gone, and I'm definitely happy about it. Not going to lie. I'm not mad about it, but bro, it took us to lose Ben Johnson. If they had fired Ben Johnson, or if they had fired Trent Baalke 2 weeks ago, Ben Johnson would be here right now. He would be here right now, because then everything's open. Ben Johnson could say, I want this, this, and that, and then Shad Khan would let him do it. But Shad Khan picked Trent Baalke over him. And then they thought if they pivoted to Liam Cohen would have worked with Trent Baalke, but that didn't work either. So Oh, it's insane, man. So yeah, now we have no head coach, and now we have no GM. Now it's a true clean slate, right? That's where they're telling them, 16 days ago in that press conference. We have an absolute idiot as an owner, and we just got to hope that Shad Khan trips, falls, and gets this thing right. You know what I'm saying? It's insane stuff, man. But real quick, shout out to BetUS, man, sponsoring this stream. Look, guys, they have not only do they have a 150% sign up bonus using promo code YouTube150, they also have a casino over there now. So if you guys want to play some casino games, whether it be blackjack, poker, whatever it is, go check out BetUS, man. They're gonna have you covered all over that. William says there is hope again if we freaking hire Robert Saleh. Yeah, and I don't know if his if the ink has been signed or if Liam Cohen get out of that. But, I think now it's almost like we can't get Robert Saleh. Absolutely not, man. He does not deserve a head coach job just yet. And I know there's things working against him in New York, but are there not things working against him in Jacksonville? I think now you got to pivot to maybe a Joe Brady. Todd Monken might be a little too old for me. Kellen Moore, maybe. I mean, I think right now it's Joe Brady for me, if Liam Cohen certainly is out. It's just the whole process has been terrible. It's been terrible, the whole process. And we all saw this coming from a mile away. If I had told you that, 16 game or after we completed the season against the Indianapolis Colts that, hey, Shad Khan was going to keep Trent Baalke around, every single one of us could have predicted this besides Shad Khan. And now 16 days later, he fires him after four head coach slots have been closed. Variable to the Patriots, Ben Johnson to the Bears, Aaron Glenn to the Jets. I think those are the spots that have been filled. It's insanity, man. It's insanity. But I don't know, man. It certainly is crazy. So yeah, we can go ahead and I'm gonna take a look at what Twitter's saying, because I know everybody's got some things to be said, and certainly sound off in the comments section what you guys think. Jaguars parting ways. We all know that. Jaguars part ways with GM Trent Baalke. Definitely a weird day. Timing awful, but there is now a potential path forward, the better future for the Jaguars. Talented young roster and unwilling to spend and viable quarterback wide receiver duo. Absolutely. Trent Baalke is out as a Jaguars GM. There might not be a bigger fumble this cycle than a Jaguars handle this. Top coaching candidates were never going to Jacksonville with Trent Baalke in place. Now to the top names of